How's it going, people? Welcome back to another week of Jokes and Smokes with I guess I can call him a host after last week. My brother Chronicus. Oh, that's why he left his camera off. My man just has to make an entrance.
So,
And then we move on to my brother Smoke,
yep.
the one, the only, the Reaper. And then our eyes in the sky from Odin himself. We have Raven.
We did have a raven.
We did have a Raven.
And you still have a raven.
Yay!
Oh.
Quote the raven. You still have a raven.
You still have a raven.
Hi, everybody.
So, I would like to say thank you for all the messages I got last week. I am fine. Just a personal loss close to me. But we are back here as promised.
We are
And
back.
this week we are bringing you. Ooh, we're going to go geeky again, I feel. But first, we're just going to go around. We're going to see how everyone has been doing since the last week, because it's been 2 weeks for me since I've seen these mugheads. But we are back. How was your Halloween, Chronicus?
I played a Call of Duty.
Why I'm not surprised?
Mate, I don't get it myself.
I'm
How about
gonna,
you,
I'm gonna
Smoke? I know you
prestige
got
tonight.
nephews. I know you got nephews. What about you? Please tell me you did something for Halloween.
No, I was pretty banged up for Halloween.
You're all letting down the side now.
See, it's for me.
Raven, please tell me you punched a trick or treater or something, because I need something from one of you.
Funny, we actually don't do the trick or treats in Finland at all. We actually don't have that Halloween kind of thing at all here.
So am I literally the only person that did something for Halloween?
Well, I worked actually. I worked. I made sure that everybody on Halloween night, on All Hallows Eve, got to where they were going, got to their Christmas parties, got home safely,
Christmas
and
parties, what?
Why are they going Christmas parties?
right, that was this weekend. Yeah, the first Christmas party happened this past Saturday night.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It's
I
true.
know your time
I-
is behind us. I didn't think you were literally backwards. But okay.
No, man, no,
But-
man. Corporations around here, what they'll do is they'll start booking as early as possible, early as like the first week in November.
I see a lot up here. A lot of places tend to do that as well, so they can get like decent places booked before the all day get
Hi,
fully
Queenie.
fucking-
Yes, yay, Clown's back.
Hey, Queenie.
It's always better when Clown's back.
Well,
But
I would
know
like
you-
to say that unlike these miserable bastards, I actually didn't just do something for Halloween, but I got dressed up as well.
Well, yeah,
I went as a motorbike accident,
that's cool.
and so did Mrs.
That's cool.
She went as what was on the back of my motorbike accident, and then my son went as the Grim Reaper come to collect our souls after the bike accident. And we went to town. We went to the cinema. We watched Beetlejuice in name of Halloween.
Yeah.
And then we went trick or treating for a good hour and a half, where my son proper fucking raked up. I'm not gonna lie.
It's good. No, like I said, I worked. When I got off work, I played Call of Duty and I went to bed. But
For
at
me,
work, I
it's-
mean, you know, I did watch Agatha All Along, the Disney Plus series. I watched the season finale of that. It was all right.
See, for me, I was at work, but as well because it was through the week, I never had my nephew, so aye.
Oh, that's all right.
Even at that as well, up here, nobody really does a lot anymore that way. Most of the time, it's they all take the Waynes out to like their Halloween parties and shit. So there's not really that many trick or treaters.
Trick or treat,
Oh,
smell
we
my
get-
feet, give me something good to eat.
See, for that as well, right? I'm not gonna lie. fucking COVID ruined Halloween in a way.
Man, not to get off topic of what we planned to do today, but COVID ruined a lot of things.
Yeah, that
Mm.
actually did. Yeah, it
Mhm.
actually made me a little gabbing mad. As I actually at one point before even COVID hit, I actually enjoyed being out there much more. But now that when the COVID hit, and so I actually had to stay a little bit more at home because I had family that was.
Vulnerable.
God damn it! I don't get the word in my mouth at the moment, but you know
Vulnerable.
the yeah. Risk group, I think.
High risk, yes,
Risk,
in a high risk group. Yes, there you
high
go.
risk group. So actually, I stayed much more at home because of that. Because I spent so much time with my own grandparents. Because usually I just go help them out with their yard things, or I just go help my grandmom clean their apartments and so on.
Right,
So yeah.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's
I
a
was
lot
about
of
to say
steps,
how.
Queenie.
I was about to ask how, and then you answered it yourself there, Queenie. So
Yeah.
right, I get it now.
Well, I mean, that's because Clown is a long-legged,
Ah,
you
Very
know,
long leg.
right? I mean,
but,
he doesn't jump over fences, he steps over them. Now, if only he could leap tall buildings in a single bound.
But okay. Moving on to this week's subject. Anyone tried out the new OG remix yet?
No, I have not,
not yet.
but what I have done is I have looked at some people playing it. I have looked at the Snoop Dogg commercial for Fortnite. I have, taken a peek as to what is coming towards me besides Call of Duty. It looks
Eminem has a
fun.
little takeaway shop called Mummy's Spaghetti.
Yep.
I've also
He actually does have a
take.
takeaway shop called Mom's Spaghetti.
Yeah, as you're talking about Eminem as well, I've seen a clip of the minigun.
Yeah,
Coming
it
up,
raps. as you shoot.
It raps Eminem as you shoot it as well. Yeah, so yes, I've not played it either. I've not played it yet either. No doubt we probably will get into some after the
I'd have you on.
podcast.
I got my first dub earlier, so.
No, but I know I heard you. I see. I was sitting in fucking chat with you.
By beating my very own man. Keep that one, Lee.
But I know, don't get me wrong, I have went on myself as well and had a look at a few things on it. It does look interesting, don't get me wrong. The map this is the map that I first played it on before coming back into it like this season, so I'm hoping to find places that I
Pretty sure
did
I have
like when
never
I
played
was
this map.
playing it. But no, we'll see how it goes.
The map's very big. It's bigger than the last one, I feel, but there's a lot more middle ground in between places compared to the last map, which is why I feel like it's bigger. There's a lot more open spaces in between the main points.
Places that you can't hide.
Yeah, pretty
Places
much.
for open engagements.
Mm.
I like open engagements.
Open engagements isn't always the thing, though. That's
I know that, but I like fights.
Well, as I say, we'll see you later.
Yes.
Yeah, as for me, I don't actually play Fortnite that at all. So actually, I have no idea what you were talking about.
That is fair.
It's one of those games that I actually avoid like plague.
Raven, I was like you, but
Raven.
I was like you up until we quit playing Warzone, and then It was just sitting one night, one day, Clive's like, you're not going to come on Fortnite with smoke. I'm like, no, no, not happening.
Yeah, we threw the
Um,
guilt trip at him pretty heavy.
but eventually it came to a point that
The funny
I
thing,
started joining. I joined in one of the customs held by Mouse, and yeah, for there, I've not found a love for it, but like it is. I'm enjoying the zero build side of it. I don't like the that way. I'll put fucking 5 rounds into you and then I'll build a fucking wall.
I literally left for 5 minutes and you're already slating all the memories we've made together.
I'm not slating the memories we've made
No,
together.
He is, pal. He's
I
slating
don't
all
love
the
it.
memories
What
we've
I
made
just
together.
heard.
He's stamping all over it. Like he has no regard for anything. Like, I'm gonna cry, man. I don't know what to do, man.
Like me, Chronic, and Raven had some rough times on Rebirth Island, but we would never say that we never loved it.
I love Rebirth Island.
actually, I must say, I actually like Rebirth Island.
I don't love fucking Fortnite. That's what I'm saying.
We were talking about Fortnite, and I'm trying to avoid the whole game like Blake itself.
That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. That's what you're fishing in, that kid.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's
The Ringmaster leaves and anarchy ensues.
What else? What else?
I
we
lost
got for
all
Fortnite?
train of thought,
Oh,
man.
no,
Call of Duty.
I just wanted to know whether you'd seen anything. Obviously, the preview video was giving you a rundown
Yeah.
of what we're going to see over the next 4 weeks, because it is literally only going to be a 4-week thing. You only need to make it to, I believe, level 100 to complete the whole battle pass.
Did we and the two of us have got a wee hanging on with each other? I wouldn't say a wager,
I'm
but
saving my money for November the
the-
14th to get the Call of Duty Battle Pass.
What's that? What's that got to do with it?
well, I know that we're not even talking about fucking
Have
Call of
you-
Duty, then.
Have you not earned all the V-Bucks from the season before?
I think I spent some on an emote.
But I know as I was saying, me and Clown have made a deal that we're not going to buy this one and going to see how far we can get through the next possible 4 weeks.
So as far as we can, if we've completed it, then if we've completed the normal battle pass, that will give us 900, which is technically 50 off, but we'll still make the battle pass for next season. If we can at least make it to, I think it's level
I think I got
75.
like 500 or 600. I think I got like 500 or
No,
600.
because it's such a short one, it still costs you 950 for the battle pass, but you're only earning 1,000 V-Bucks back.
So technically, you're only earning
It's
50 V-Bucks.
because it is a short battle pass. It's like
Aye.
the OG one. That's why it's called OG Remix before the Christmas plans.
Oh, Christmas
I'm
noobs
sure
on COD.
I'm
Christmas
sure.
time in Fortnite. Do you not remember all the previews we got last year?
Yeah, it was fun.
And if I'm right in thinking, I think that's around about the time that they're thinking about merging all the battle passes together and shit on Fortnite.
So it will go back to from what I'm told, Fortnite's battle pass will go back to its original state, which means that your XP will determine what you can get. Which is technically what it is now. Your XP
Depends on what you get, but like, the big thing that they're doing is technically they're taking away the battle stars. They're not using the battle stars
I have a question.
at your way of unlocking the battle pass.
Yeah, so what I think it's going to be is you have to, instead of getting 5 stars, what you'll get is you'll get XP and it'll go, here you go, you reached this reward. This reward. Remember Warzone, the original one, that battle pass went level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, etc., etc. That's how I feel like this one's probably going to go.
Etc., etc., etc.
So on, so on, so on, so on. Yeah.
So what was your question anyway, Chronic?
Does anybody want to have a game of Christmas customs in Fortnite this Christmas Eve?
No,
I'm
we've already
not
made plans for
That's in the
Christmas.
fucking Fortnite, so no thank
How
you.
dare you
I know.
remake plans that we already planned for Christmas Eve?
What did we plan for Christmas Eve?
A Jokes and
Well,
Smoke
no,
special.
I know we're doing a jokes and smoke special, but after the special.
Nah, you shouldn't even say you shouldn't even say anything like
I'm
that. You
saying
should let
after
him
the
try and
special,
think
a customs in something.
No, because I could have said that he's having a wank and the chat would have
about it.
believed it.
Aye.
Because they all know exactly who he is. There's a reason his hair's that shiny. It's because he don't wash his hands afterwards.
Well, that's not true. I always wash afterwards.
I thought Spartacus has the natural L'Oreal hair.
No, man, you can't get that stuff in the hair, dude. I mean, that's like, you don't get luxurious hippie hair, by leaving that in there, man. You gotta separately shampoo.
I want to know whether
and
Conic's actually able to do the L'Oreal advert.
I probably could.
Because I'm worth it.
Oh boy, this is madness.
I tell him to do an advert and he does fucking
Any
headbang.
headbangs, aye. No.
I hope he smashes his head on that camera. You just see him full on nut it.
Oh fuck!
That was probably a lot of hair coming at the screen that time.
He's kind of.
I'd say he's moved so fast, even his camera's now trying to catch up.
So with that brings
Moving
us
on to the next section.
Section.
We were gonna do a little bit of. We were gonna make a segment for the anime, so it was more down to characters and traits, not just animes themselves, but characters, and not just your favorite characters, but
The most
ones
hated
that
ones.
relate, ones that you feel, as soon as you met this character, you were like, "That's me." How dare they make a fucking character based on me and not pay me for it?
Well, actually, I don't have anything characters that I would say is straight based on me because, well,
I
it's
don't
hard
know,
to
you-
make Finnish
you've got
person
kind
in
of-
anime. It's hard to make Finnish person in anime.
Unless you're watching the Vinland
Yeah, but
side.
I feel you've got a definite Master Roshi vibe to you.
For me, I must say the anime character that I can somewhat feel like I can somewhat relate to is from Rising of the Shield Hero Naofumi, because I had a little bit same kind of experience as him at the start of the series, so I can in some way I can relate to him. So yeah,
Mm,
but
I'm gonna have to go watch it now because I
Yeah.
have no idea what you're talking about.
it's one of the I would say read the manga, as it's much in depth than the anime. Although first season is quite goes quite well with the anime though.
That's the thing, though.
But for second and third season, I will recommend watching. For second and third season, because of those, I would actually recommend reading more of the manga itself.
for,
And yeah,
for me, this is, and it's not for the fighting or anything like that, and it's not for the picking himself back up every damn time he gets put down. Because I was adopted growing up, I kind of leaned towards stuff like that, like Superman, fucking, you know, like for me it was kind of Goku, because it's not, like I said, it's not the fighting, it's not the strength, it's not the picking back, it's the whole, like, he's adopted by his grandfather, fucking raised by his grandfather, fucking who he thinks is his actual grandfather, kind of thing, for a long time. And then he goes through the whole arc of finding out who he is and, you know, everything like that. And I kind of feel like I've kind of gone on a similar thing myself. So I just kind of relate to it in that aspect. But
Yeah,
as being thinking myself the
not
best
talking
fighter,
too much. That's Goku.
Hey man, you know what? Maybe maybe a little bit on the charisma side and the talking a lot side. Maybe
We say
just a
talk
little
too
bit.
much, and he has to pay off. It's not talking too much. It's
It
just
really isn't
charisma.
talking too much. I mean, it's not a fact of talking too much. I mean, talking too much really entails that nothing comes out of your mouth. I like to think that when I'm talking about a subject, at least bits and pieces of something might come out. It might be gibberish, but it's there.
Yeah, but other than just being an orphan,
Well, I mean, I guess somewhat of a fighting aspect too, because I went through Kempo, Taekwondo, fucking boxing, and the entire time same
but
age I was going through that, I was watching, like, I mean,
but Goku's vision into fighting, he doesn't fight because he wants to. He fights because it is the one thing he knows he's good at, and he always wants to test himself.
for a long while, man, yeah, I thought that I was really only good at two things: getting into a fight and fucking things up.
The only time Goku loves a fight is when he comes up against another martial artist.
The only time I ever really like to fight is when I know there's a high
Venus
possibility to get
said
my
she
ass
fired
kicked.
Who did she say, Beerus?
No, Psyduck.
Oh, spirit animal.
And it's P by the way for that Queenie. No one S.
For spirit
It's
animal.
Psyduck.
But she's got SY. I think she missed the P.
But like, but that's like Superman. I mean, I never related to Superman for the fact that he was like the strongest and fastest and everything, because I was always far from it. I always was interested in Superman's story, for the
Alter
orphan.
Ego, Clark Kent.
Well, yeah, actually, how Clark dealt with finding out he was a fucking alien. How Clark dealt with, I mean, Superman, great. You want to write a good Superman story? And here's the secret. And there's a few writers that I've found over the years that figured it out.
What was the zombie Superman called?
Well, I mean,
Bizarro.
Bizarro was kind of a zombie Superman. He was the opposite
Yeah,
of Superman.
he was opposite. That's as close to Superman as you're getting.
Yeah, but
you are him.
cold vision and heat breath and
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but
anything
no-
that Superman is,
no,
you
I
are
mean,
literally.
and it's not just that. I mean, any story that was like, I mean, even that's one of the only things I liked about Harry Potter, to be honest with you, was the magic and the. I never super got into it, but I like the fact almost any story where the lone adopted kid or the lone orphan kid makes good, I was down for, because I mean, I was that kid.
Well, then you totally misconstrued that whole Harry Potter story because.
Oh
he
well, I
wasn't
mean, to the
just
end of it, yeah. I mean, I know,
chosen.
yeah, I know. You don't always want to be the chosen one.
What about you, Clown? Other than what you normally hang out with, as you say about your persona, the Joker stuff, and that. Other than that, what would you resonate with?
Ichigo.
And they,
Nothing means more to me than my family. Nothing can get me to fight any fight stronger, fiercer than my family, and that includes my friends. They are classed as family. There isn't a friend that I would not.
You got a friend in me.
And then the whole spiritual side of it as well. That comes into it. So yeah, I'd probably have to just say Ichigo, just because of his traits. Everything that
I honestly,
you learn about him as you go on and you go on and you go on, it's just like, bro, I feel like I am actually really similar to the way that they play you out.
spirit
But
animal.
then, like any well-written character, you are gonna feel relatable to at least once. Like I never liked Vegeta. Goku was Gohan was my guy, but
I love the
there
benefit
are
of
always
redemption arc.
the way you're trying to put it is that way you resonate with Goku when you're younger, but as you get older, you start to think Maybe when Vegeta was younger, he wasn't actually that much of a dick, and it did make a bit of sense, and you seen where he came from.
Oh, I had to get all the way to the Boo Saga to like Vegeta for the first time. And I'm not even talking about like the end where he came back and you find out he's a good person. I'm talking about before that when he has the conversation with Piccolo. Will I come back like Goku does? And he was like, well, after what you've done with your life and the lives you've taken and
Aye.
see you getting that chance and
So, aye,
still knowing that
because
he accepted his fate,
aye,
said goodbye to Trunks, and then blew himself up.
aye.
Which
At that moment, that way it did show remorse. That way it regret. It did in that moment in time regret every decision that he had done.
But for me, I just love the childness of Goku. Even in his adulthood, it is all about the fun in life.
Mm.
I've always felt him and Vegeta are literally the same person, just two different sides.
I think that's how it's.
Which is why I was tackling saying about being Gogeta because I would have the arrogance of Vegeta, but literally the fight for what is right from Goku. But when you said don't go with your obvious, I just thought, do you know what, Ichigo, considering how far I've come with Bleach now, yeah, I'm gonna have to say him. So it just leaves you now, really.
Smoke.
And don't say Nezuko, you've not got good enough hair.
Who? What?
Don't say Nezuko.
Nezuko, fuck off. No. What? So this might sound weird, right? In a way, it's not normally a go-to character for me, right? And like for like certain anime or like the style, but one character I resonate with quite well is Sanji for One Piece.
Can't say that. Anything about one.
So Sanji's the chef of the crew.
Yeah, uses the kicking style, fire something.
And it's with that, it's just the right that way. Like his passion for cooking, like that way. When I was younger, like that way, my passion for cooking is still there, but it's something that I'm no what because it's just too the lifestyle, like the lifestyle and the stress and the hassle, like that actual job, isn't something that I want to get back through again. But then again, that way.
Yeah, but we already spoke the fact that if you had the choice and you could do your own little food truck, you'd be down to going back into food.
Aye. But when it comes to it that way as well, I don't want to say Ichigo because with the fact that with everything that he did say, make yourself. I'm going to go with what Tanjiro, and the fact that way family, the thingy with family and stuff.
Your family aren't butchered; they're all downstairs, bro. Like, why you gotta go so dark for?
I know,
man. No, just it's no like because like the fact that way his family dies. It's like the
no, but because I've started watching it, I understand what you're trying to say. It's not just the family bond that he has with them; it's the bonds that he instantly makes with whoever he meets along the way, regardless of the background or the people that they are. And yet, I can probably say, yeah, maybe you are, because Tanjiro also changes the way people around him think and foresee things. And I can honestly say that you've probably washed off on us as much as we've washed off on you. So, nah, I could agree. I can see where you're coming from with Tanjiro. Though I'd love to see you doing little water swells, like
water breathing.
Uh,
wait.
Oh,
What
But
a
yeah, I
baby
must
my-
say, as
Firstborn.
I had a genius idea that
What
time
a
though
super
for Smoke.
flash.
oh, you had a genius idea. Let me speak first.
Go ahead.
Genius. But yeah, as for me, I must actually say that I don't have actually that many characters that I would actually relate that much. So it's hard to find. That's why it's hard to find characters. But mostly, I find characters that I just find interesting. But
Mhm.
that's a whole different story in altogether.
I
Of course.
reckon we could be here for another 4 hours if we were to ask each other. as we have done.
Yeah,
Queenie-
yeah, definitely.
Queenie's
least
got a
few
question,
hours.
question for us.
Worst anime character.
What what's the anime character? Is this from what way do you mean that? Is it like just worst anime character that we think in general, or worst anime characters face something that we've what one of the animes that we've all watched in a way? Because if I was to go through the list of animes and worst characters that way, I could be here for days.
Yeah, we could
There's
be
a few
here days
bad
if
ones.
Yeah.
Like really poorly
No,
written.
but let's give it the answer towards anime. Who was the worst written character, had the worst pointless fucking part, and made no sense them being in it if they were in it or not in it? The whole thing would have still worked out.
Fuck,
So
there's
who is
many, man.
Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the Lost Ark in anime?
Right, so, mm,
What's his name that comes with Vegeta in the very first fucking fight in
Nappa?
Z?
Nappa.
Yeah.
No,
No,
because Nappa's actually the one that takes out every single Z fighter before Goku gets there and makes him a bitch.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, but
Nappa was
I
well
say
written.
that could have been fucking any interchangeable fucking
I was going to
Saiyan.
say Raditz.
Mhm. Okay, I could agree with you there. And like for Dragon Ball Z, I would probably I would go with Raditz. There was
That's
then
yeah,
again,
actually.
it did serve a point though. It served the
No,
the
but tell
transition.
me, Raditz, be it dying or not, does it make any difference to how Vegeta and Nappa come to Earth?
But the aye, aye,
It doesn't.
because it kind of does. Because if you
No,
think
it
about
doesn't, because
if he never had,
Raditz dies.
aye,
So he doesn't.
but if he had died before sending hitting the transmission shit on his scouter for when Piccolo was talking,
But
then
why was Raditz sent? Who sent Raditz to Earth?
Piccolo, no, he went to Cell, did he not? Because no, Piccolo and Vegeta, because Nappa, because they didn't
Piccolo
all
and
say.
Vegeta.
I meant to say Nappa and Vegeta, right? I know, right? Shut up. Nappa and Vegeta. Was it no Nappa?
Aside, like it didn't happen. It didn't happen. No one heard it.
I corrected myself. It was Nappa and Vegeta because there's Nappa no say, have you no got a younger brother on planet like sent somewhere, and that's where Raditz goes, sent to Earth or
Yeah,
something.
And I
he's a
still
little
think Nappa
runt.
is
Why
is
would he-
just as useless as fucking
Um,
Raditz because
But then
fucking it could have
again,
been any fuck. You could have had any fuck with fucking Vegeta come to Earth
you could
and fucking any fuck any one of them.
anything, right?
Oh,
You
and Android 16. He was my second choice.
No, because Android 16 served a really good purpose of the fact that that way it was because of him Gohan went fucking berserk. But-
Sorry. I think Piccolo could have just got punched again, and then that could have just done it as well, like every other fucking time Gohan went beast.
Here one for you. Right, as soon as we're talking about Dragon Ball, Yamcha, what has he done? Other than the iconic meme pose, what has Yamcha actually done?
Cut off Goku's tail.
He didn't do that.
No, that was the fucking pig guy turned himself into a fucking pair of scissors. What has he done?
What about Yajirobe?
Yajirobe was the one that cut off Vegeta's tail.
No, I'm talking to Chronic. Is that who he was on about?
Is the-
Yajirobe. Yeah.
The little pig dude who can
We're not
fucking.
talk-
Oh, Oolong.
no, you're
Oolong,
you're
that was
talking
it.
about.
I'm talking
Oolong.
about. I'm talking about in the. You know, when the
Aye,
fucker
no,
first
no,
turns and he comes back and fucking they, you know, boop.
It's a phase, right? Yamcha. Yamcha's done fuck all.
What's Oolong done? Besides cut off after the tail cut, what? Once it went into
What?
Z, what has he done besides?
That's a
Oh,
good question.
Oolong, you're not thinking of Oolong. Oolong can't change his appearance.
Who
Thingy
could
can.
what pig dude could
Polar.
change?
Poir and Oolong can. Poir's better than Oolong. Oolong only done it for fucking a short bit, but Oolong doesn't do it anymore. It's only Poir it changes.
It was in
Oolong
the
can
original Dragon Ball that the little fucking dude that was going with him that fucking changed sides or whatever. Fucking
But
yeah.
Yeah, I remember Oolong being able to make himself bigger. I don't really remember. him.
a question for Queenie, right? Is there a character in your anime, your favourite anime that you feel was undersold and as in like not given their full potential as a character?
There's few
Mhm.
of those, but I cannot sadly remember every anime that I found those characters were. As I must say, lately I feel like so many characters are more of a
I'll let Smoke go first, actually, for this
Yeah.
one.
yeah, okay. Go on, Smoke.
I got nothing.
Some character that didn't get a full potential, and you got nothing. My man just wants an excuse to make tea. Yeah.
Feels like it's something you didn't even expect, even that it's so obvious.
He's an odd man. No, it's just there is so many. For me, I've got to say, and
That's right. They gave him his doing super.
see, doing this, like me doing this is kind of going to ruin so much it for Clown. But I'm going to say my fate, like my
Kenpachi. I swear down, if you say Kenpachi, I'm gonna go mad.
no, it's not even for Bleach. It's Rengoku for fucking Demon Slayer.
Oh.
He's played so well. Yeah, he's actually amazing. Like the fight scene in Mugen Train is amazing, and the fighting that he does is amazing, and just the way he handles himself. But the fact that what happens at the end of it, you're like, no, I wanted to see the fucking. I wanted him to finish this. But that's what one that I can honestly say that is undersold. I actually really need to think because as Raven says, there's so many and I can't try to think of another. I've not got. So what about you, Clown?
Yeah, like what I said at the beginning, I think there's just so many that overall series, there's just been so many characters that I thought you're going to bring something special. So at the minute, for me, it's Kenpachi. Obviously, I understand where I've got to with the 1,000-Year Blood War. He's just found his Bonkai, so I know there's big things to come from him. But then I would also like to throw Byakuya into that as well, because I don't feel like I've ever seen his full potential. It's just the same moves because nobody is really ever on his level. So therefore, but you've never had to see him go all out.
There,
But-
right.
Dragon Ball Z, I would then probably say all the hybrid Saiyans. So Gohan, Trunks, and Goten, I don't feel have ever been given their full potentials.
Nah, Gohan, like that way we get glimpses of Gohan's like full potential.
Okay, so-
in there.
Look how long it's taken us to get Beast.
No, I know, no, I know, but I know what you're saying. But it is
Up
a weird
until
one.
Beast, his ultimate was his best ever, and he never accomplished that since he fought Cell.
Nah, boo. Was his ultimate. Cell was Super Saiyan 2. Cell was Super Saiyan 2.
No, I swear he used ultimate alongside. That was what was given off the massive sparks off of his Super Saiyan 2.
The only one I can
Because
really
he had the arrogance,
It
he had the
doesn't.
arrogance and everything, which he
Right.
only shows when he's running ultimate.
It doesn't achieve ultimate until he gets his potential unlocked by the Elder Kai.
No, but they tell him that's all psychological.
Yeah.
Years later, they
Yeah.
tell him it's mostly
Aye.
psychological.
But that's when he figures out the ultimate. That's where he unlocks the ultimate is the Majin Buu saga. Super Saiyan 2, yes, the arrogance is thingy. It's the reason he's got that arrogance is because he can't fully control the power, and he thinks that he can just fuck about with Cell because he's more powerful. But he doesn't
Yeah,
realise.
he gets his arm
doesn't-
fucking frustrated.
He doesn't realise that Cell's a mix of his father and like
But
everybody.
He's also got Gohan Cell. He's also got Gohan Cell. Gohan had already died. Gohan had already shed blood on the planet.
Aye, but it's as I say, it's hanging on. Gohan's ultimate potential never hanging come out until the Buu saga. As you're talking about Bleach, one, as you mentioned, Rukia, no, Byakuya, Rukia is
No.
undersold.
So obviously from my point of view, for me, Rukia, from the start, Rukia is not of that level. So she wasn't even in the top seats of one of the commanding squads. So for me, I've always felt
Right.
like
Only got
Rukia is still, even now, learning.
real reason. Rukia, Byakuya has ordered pretty much the captains to not allow Rukia any seat above.
Because it puts her in harm. Well,
Yes.
yeah, I get that.
But even
He's
at
the only
that,
one that he's ever broken rules for.
yes.
ever.
But that's why I'm saying like, that way Rukia, you don't really get to see. Like, if you think about it, yes, you've got the fight against the Espada that hangs of that resembles Kayan, that puts her through a test, but you don't actually get to see her full potential. Is what I'm saying. She's oversold, but so undersold in certain ways as well.
No, I don't. No, I wouldn't ever have said that Rukia has been oversold. Ever.
In certain ways, like that way,
No, I feel like her status might have been oversold for someone that hasn't done or achieved the greatness and this and that, and to be as low level as she is in command.
Sethi. So, yes, I have read The 1,000 Year Blood War. Clown hasn't finished watching it, so the two of us have been watching it together.
I haven't.
We
I
are
haven't
at
finished
the
first
part
frame
of
Bleach, so.
Kenpachi's
Kenpachi
just
getting Kenpachi and Unohana fighting. Gohan beats Cell with the Ascent Super Saiyan. That's what with the Rage Boost was. Sephi says the ultimate was the Grand Kai, which we said.
yeah, but that's the base of his ultimate. He understood.
Aye.
That's why he always said to Goku in Super, I will find power going another way, because he understands that rage is what fuels Saiyan.
Sephi also says that Krillin was always undersold, but they did give him his due in Super.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first one knocked out, bruv. Don't give me that.
Then he says, "My man Vegeta though beats Goku in every fight, but still gets seen as the loser. Disagrees and fights me."
See, I don't. So my idea is him and Goku are always so close, and their levels are always close. And the thing that I've always felt is the fact that Vegeta trains to become powerful on his own. How are you testing your power until you finally fight someone after your training? Whereas Goku's always became stronger during the fight because he has to.
But
Normally,
that's the
his fights
thing.
have always relied on the fate
Aye,
of.
right. But that's the thing, right? Where you are in the super, right? I don't know how far you are in the manga. So this is going to be a bit of a spoiler. So when within this, the next couple of arcs, that way when we get to meet Gas, which I'm pretty much part of the way through, fight with the fight of Gas, it actually takes you back to when Bardock met Gas.
Yes, I know, and
in
Bardock made
the
a
Wish.
wish that
Yes.
Goku will never lose a fight.
So no, not never lose a fight. That
Will always
Goku,
find a way.
he'll always find a way, and always overcome his own limits. So that's the difference. Yes, Vegeta's doing it more of on his Saiyan pride, the way the Saiyans would do it. But then as well, we've got to remember Bardock wasn't a normal Saiyan at that point, because you've got to remember he got hit with that.
I think Bardock's been undersold.
Bardock's been undersold, yes. Wait, no, did you know that Piccolo's orange form is his true form as a Super Namekian?
Yes.
When his Namekian makes the Dragon Balls, they put some of their life force into them, so when Dende makes the new Dragon Balls, he gets that back. Not. I don't think it's just that with the Piccolos.
Actually, I would not start fights with the Sephi because he actually notes, in my opinion, he notes quite a lot as a clown.
No,
So
with
actually-
that, because the only reason I'm saying that in right that way, right, I do understand it. I do know that part it's the thingy, but with that as well, the reason I'm saying no, I'm no kind of sure on it as well, is because of the fact that Piccolo was named like even in his orange form, Piccolo doesn't really know his real name. And as well as the way Daima's showing a lot of the things at the moment, just within the first couple of episodes, that way the Namekians aren't really from the fucking thingy, they're actually a fairy demon realm. So it could change through thingy, that way we only know the orange form through the superheroes, the movie. So until they kind of canonize in a way,
Same thing as Gohan Beast as well.
Until they kind of canonize them, then we will not really know for sure. But
Because that's
I'm
his Orange Piccolo stronger than his normal rate, and his Beast Gohan stronger than God form of Super Saiyan.
Aye.
Actually, talking about most useless forms, that's one of them. Super Saiyan Blue, I found, was actually pointless.
Yep. There was no.
And if they were going to make it a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form, then they should have released it. You know, when Zamasu and Black both stab him with their key swords and tell him how they killed Chi-Chi. I think that would have been the best time to release it, not against fucking Frieza. They should have just gone red. But then again, red form only got canonized in the Tournament of Power, so yeah.
No, really, because it got canonized in the God of Destruction saga part of it.
Due down to a ritual. If you remember, that's the way that it was, and it was only Tournament of Power when Goku used it to fight alongside Hit to save energy
you, aye.
form after being Ultra Instinct the first time.
And
I had to pee.
mm,
I mean, I
Bl-
really had to pee that time. I'm
Blue,
sorry.
again, as you say, Blue, I don't get it. What?
No, I
myself.
get it. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, I get the name of it and I get the power level, but the way that they explain it to what it is, but yet you can still use red, then blue is fucking oblivious because technically you're telling me that that should be using more energy, and then in the Tournament of Power, Whis tells them that he's using less energy in his red form.
Aye.
So what the fuck was the point of blue?
And I think it was just so that way Goku could do the Kaioken.
No, but then that's just fucking berating Vegeta by giving him Evo Blue.
I don't know.
No, yeah. So that's probably the one form that I would have said was absolutely useless.
Pointless forms. Aye, that's.
It's about as useful as Super Saiyan 3.
Well,
Yeah.
this is actually some conversation that I actually cannot go in because I actually don't watch Dragon Ball or know about Dragon Ball
I
as
know a
much
bit,
as
but not
you
as much as
guys.
these two blokes.
So we are Chronicles are a little sideline here at the moment.
I mean,
No,
I know.
but Chronicles does understand what we're saying now.
Yes, I do.
So
actually.
do you agree that the Super Saiyan Blue was absolutely actually pointless to the storyline and wouldn't have made any difference if it was there or not in the overall scheme of it?
A couple of them wouldn't really made a difference, would it?
I think Smoke actually brought up a good point.
You boys
It
ever
was
hear
maybe
of a
just
filler
to show the
episode?
contrast with Kaioken because his red god form wouldn't have shown the beautiful contrast that the Kaioken did with the blue. It made him purplish. So
Like, they're always doing
maybe.
Vegeta dirty, making him work twice as hard for half as much.
Oh, and I'll tell you something else that pissed me off. Why is the Kamehameha blue?
Yeah.
It's yellow. It should be yellow. It's always yellow.
It's always been yellow, hasn't it?
It's always been drawn. It's
Yeah,
always been drawn in
Actually,
yellow.
yeah,
Yeah.
it should be yellow.
It's always drawn in yellow. Yes, I don't know why the anime do it as.
No, but that's the point. Think about Goku's Kamehameha on Frieza in Namek. What color was it?
Yellow when it was because it was, but it wasn't called.
Gohan's-
But it wasn't called Kamikameha. It was called the Angry Kamikameha on the Namek. And then when you say about Gohan's, I know. And then when you say about Gohan's one as well, it was the exact same thing. It was the advanced Kamikameha, and then you get into the fucking Goku's one, and when he's Super Saiyan 3, that was called fucking.
Can't put the brow up any fucking higher.
Fucking Evo, or whatever it was. But you know, the Kamikameha is meant to be yellow. It's the same as why does certain things change the Gatling gun to be another colour when it should be purple.
Thanks, man. And yes, if any of you have watched my streams,
Bum pass. Thank you. You don't get any for keep telling me no, Dad. All right.
That's fucking making me in, alright then, that kid. But
But
I know
no.
it's one that you brought up between me and you a while ago. Why does the Gatling gun change in certain things
why do
when it is technically purple?
But yeah, it's showing up as blue sometimes as well.
It's showing up as yellow sometimes as well.
Mistakes in movies
No,
and
I think that's
animated.
just
It's
fine.
blue because
So Final
Trunks.
Flash seems to change between yellow and golden.
Aye, but it's Trunks though.
Oh, don't
Trunks
even get me
does.
started, Steffi, on
Like
movie
Trunks
and
is,
TV errors. The
Trunks
Transformers
is got
Generation 1 was
one of
famous for
Trunks'
him.
Gatlic guns.
Father and son Gallic gun. Yeah,
Aye.
both of their
Aye.
Gallic guns come up different color codes. Yeah. I
Mhm.
remember.
Um, Because and then when you're saying it as well, right? That way you bring up the Super Saiyan God, like the Super Saiyan Blue transformation,
What?
right?
1 second though, Steffi. Answering the same questions we've answered. Who was the most useless character throughout Dragon Ball Z? Let's just say, for instance, and what character never got their full potential? Go on, then, Smith. What were you saying?
As you were talking about useless transformations, we could technically talk about Broly's. Like when he goes for when he
I feel
goes for
like
base form,
Broly's different.
just listen, right? He goes for base form, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes to right, I'm talking. I'll go,
So
I'm going for.
Call
I'll
it
go.
Berserk. I call it Berserk. It's
Right, no,
Berserk.
aye. But right,
Super.
you get Broly and his normal Super Saiyan like that way he's base form, right? Then he gets then he goes like Super
T8.
Saiyan, right? And then it's Berserk Super Saiyan, and then he's got Legendary Super Saiyan. So what is the point in the Berserk Super Saiyan in a way? When the Legendary Super Saiyan is just technically
Because the legend. But
Filler
once again,
episodes! Yeah!
it just becomes pointless when you sit there and think that Broly was still fighting him in God form while he was stood there in base form just screaming at him. Goku says it. Goku literally turns to Vegeta and says, "Have you noticed, Uncle?" And Vegeta's
Right.
like, what? And he goes, "We're in God form and he's still there in base form." Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, about that.
Sephi said TN.
Tien.
He served purpose in
But
But
Dragon
I
Ball,
feel
but
like
was
he, like someone said about Krillin earlier, I feel like he did get some justice in the Tournament of
Super.
Power.
And
Tien held
yeah.
his-
Then again, that way, as you talk about TN, you can't. Your man shouts Sue.
Nah, for me, I've always liked Master Roshi, and I feel like he's never had a chance up until the Tournament of Power
Ah.
also to literally go, do you know what? Because he's the one that tells Krillin it. You've been watching Goku, Vegeta, and all these lot fight for all these years, and you think that you never picked up a single thing. So how much does fucking Roshi know before he trained Goku back in the day to what he probably knows now?
True.
so. I have a question. Has anyone seen Transformers 1?
No.
Still actually
That's what I
wanting
was
to play
hoping
it.
Theo wanted to go watch at the cinema. It was that or the Wild Robot. They were and he was like, Beetlejuice. I was like, okay, I can live with that. But
I seen
I
it.
will watch it. I will
I've
watch
seen
it.
it. It's good. I'll put it to you this way. I've always been a fan of Prime, and I get why Prime is so
It's
pissed
Prime.
off. No, well, I get why Prime is so pissed off now at Megatron, and the way they did it now, I really get why Megatron did what he did.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually still.
Lura's just come in with something. Why did they not use Pycon in Return of Power? Because Pycon's been dead for fucking thousands of years and they couldn't bring him back.
Yeah, he's not just in the other world though, is he? He's literally one of the Kai's
No,
fighters.
he's
He's
the
literally like their main body. He's their bodyguard.
He's Universe 7's main bodyguard, Aye, because Frieza didn't die that long before the Tournament of Power started, so they could revive him. And Pycon probably didn't die on planet Earth, so they couldn't bring him to planet Earth's fucking thingy with the Dragon Balls.
But welcome to the stream, All Star.
Another
Appreciate you coming in.
Talking. I don't even know what else. Like,
Come on.
Who else?
Do we feel like we're gonna see Hit and Jiren again?
Probably not.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see a lot of Universe 6, and I think we're going to get to see a lot of Universe 11 as well in the coming.
Mate, I've seen them fight against each other. I just, because I've watched the superhero saga and watched Goku, Hit, and Jiren fight together, I need that again in my life.
No,
But yeah, I actually back to the Transformers a little bit. So me and Chronicus can have some talking to as well. But yeah, I'm actually still waiting to see Transformers 1. I'm actually quite curious about it and quite excited because I'm quite Transformers fan of myself, even though I have not been watching
Okay, so
G1s that much.
I have watched every episode of every Transformers made. Somewhere around here I have the Japanese version of Transformers the Headmasters. With English subtitles. I for a little bit there I was starting to understand a few things here or there.
Wait a minute. Useless characters that we're talking about.
Right. And
Mr. fucking Popo. What the fuck does he do? I know that you don't fuck with Mr. Popo, but right, really, what did we actually
Mr.
know?
Popo is the only person on Earth that knows Ultra Instinct.
Aye, but that's the thing though. What do we actually know about Mr. Popo?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And
So,
there's a reason. And there's a reason Cammy chose him as his protector.
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Favorite
Okay, carry on.
Transformer, Luna? Oh, see, now you're asking me something. Favorite Transform. Okay. I'm gonna have to name a couple. In Generation 1, probably for the first 2 seasons, I would have to say Soundwave. Third season from movie going into third season, I would have to say Rodimus Prime or Hot Rod. For oh god, I gotta sneeze.
No, go on.
Jesus Christ Almighty, our Latter-day Saints, Namina Patria Spiritus Sancti. Bless all of you. But fuck, what was I gonna say? In later shows, the way they fleshed him out properly, I would have to say Starscream.
Starscream is good. I do like
Yeah.
Starscream myself. My favourite actually for the first movie that was the live action movie, I've got to say is Jazz. I fucking love Jazz.
Look, Jazz was awesome. Jazz was great in G1.
I forgot he was in G1 as well. Actually, Jazz.
He was voiced actually in G1 by Scatman Crothers.
And actually, lots of them were in G1, but for some reason, those that in G1 they were actually in the live action movie were unalived, so to say.
Yep, I think
most of them.
Oh fuck, man! They were.
Jazz was actually first ones to be unalived, I think.
But see, I was prepared for that because of the original 1984 animated movie when they moved from TV to the movie theater. They killed everybody. Cliff Jumper, fucking
Cliff Jumper was good as well, but I know Jazz was the first one to fall when Megatron first thingied that way attack to get split in half. And Sephi says, sorry to you back to Dragon Ball, but without Dr. Satan, aka Mr. Satan, Goku would have lost.
Did you get
Why?
this?
Why? He's won you since the whole fucking thing started, and now he's just Boo's caretaker.
Dude, look. If he wasn't taking care of Boo the way that he is, and such good friends with Boo, God only knows what Boo could turn into next.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think he's.
Right,
Yeah,
give me
I
a-
for.
No,
I
no.
think
The
they
other
gave
thing,
one
though.
of the most flawed and human characters to be
Nope,
Boo's
the other
caretaker
thing,
is a
though.
good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing. Right. Yes, they've give one of the purest creatures. Yes, he is a Martian, but technically that form of Boo has no evil in him at all.
Right.
That form of Boo
But
is
still, I think
infused Boo. That is
Yeah.
what that is.
for what
that's
I
why
actually know
Boo
about
has
that Boo, I
Boo.
think it's because that Boo is
So-
like has that childlike innocence, in my
Yes,
opinion.
that's because
Yeah,
that's
So
because of
he's
Kai-
more of a
Because the
key
Kai that
to
Boo put in was a
Influence.
childlike Kai.
He was a fat child like Kai. He was always happy. He was always playful. So that's why he took,
Boo ate him.
and that was the form that Boo was sealed in, and
So
that was the
when
form.
evil Boo came along, he expelled good Boo. And then
Mhm.
they fought, and when evil Boo lost, he went back to his true form, which is Kid
Kid Boo.
Boo.
Aye. But again, as you say, Hingy, when we're talking about Satan and Boo and that, right? So, as we know, right, that way we've seen Boo take the Super Boo form, that way within Super at one point, while he was training. Why did he not stay looking like that and get back to the? Why did he end up getting back to the Hingy form?
Because Boo can take any form, technically, is what his mentality is in at the time. Because he got psyched up to fight, he decided to look like a fighter. As soon as he fell asleep, he went back to his original form. He will always be the form of good Boo, because that is the Boo form, like we said originally. That's why he looks like that, is because that is the infused Kai Boo, which is why Satan has an easy job, like Chronic said to. If it weren't for Satan, well, no, because that good Boo had two chances to see that humans weren't dangerous. The first one was the blind, and he saved the blind kid when he shared his only milk with him. And then the second time was when Dog got shot and Mr. Satan came to help the dog, and Boo then saw for the second time that humans were compassionate, which, as we said, because he was infused with Kai, he was more likely to see the good than the evil.
Right, but because it was somebody like Mr. Satan, then he the guy.
I feel like it's because he's a child himself.
Yes, thank you. The two of them are like, look. I figure my mentality might not be more than like 17, 18 at most. And I'm figuring that's kind of like the same thing. I mean, I figured me and Boo could chill out on the couch, man, playing Call of Duty all goddamn day, smoking spliffs and eating pizzas. I'd be fucking down for it.
Don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong, right? Yes, I think that Mr. Satan,
20 large jumbo
at the point of the Cell games, was the world champion because of the fact that Goku and all of that weren't entering the World Martial Arts championships at that point, right? But when he eventually met them at the Cell games and shit, and that way he was technically the fall guy that way for Goku and that to disappear again, and that's it. And then obviously it all came out when Gohan started going with Videl, and Videl found out about it and shit. But
it was after the Cell games that he became Saiyan Man.
At the start of the Boo saga, because of that way the bank robbery. But
dead again.
That was fucking funny.
So yeah, back to the Transformers. Sorry, because I did not get to say my favorite Transformers at all.
That's true. That's true. We just backtracked. We can blame Sephi for that. We can roast him later.
And I can blame all of you Dragon Ball fanatics about for this.
He's right. He's good at reining us all in
Well,
too. I mean, it's
technically
not
we
just
per-
me.
Technically, we perform to the masses, so when the comments speak, then we got to answer.
True,
Well-
true. But yeah, as for me, I know it's kind of cliche, but I always have liked G1 Bumblebee.
Everybody
Most.
loves G1 Bumblebee.
But
Even though I liked how they did make in the live action that Bumblebee could not speak.
I don't like that.
I think it was. I don't. Yeah, I. This.
I think it was
I
only
like
for
it,
one
but
movie.
it made good for the live action though, because in the build up to the story and how you find out like, how like, his voice box and that gets damaged. But
Actually, it's
it was
explained much more in the Bumblebee
It is.
movie. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
So
that
when
actually
he
gives a
played
little
off
bit.
with Shayla Booth was playing a teenager. I feel like they made the voice box the way it was to play the gimmick as two adolescent teenagers that were just battling each other with their little quirky bloody.
Yeah. As I see Bumblebee as a teenager of the group in its own way.
Well, that's what he's meant to be. The younger of the group. The younger Bob.
And he's trying to prove himself to the
That's
group
the
as
thing
well. As I don't know if you have played those
B123
old
games.
games.
Yep.
Fall of
Fall of
Cybertron,
Cybertron,
and
War for Cybertron.
yeah, those.
Mhm.
Those are
Fucking
actually
good.
games that I loved from Transformers. It's so well tells, in my opinion, how and why they had to leave the Cybertron as well. Even though it was still told quite well into G1, but it's as for me because
Well, they
I
fleshed
could
it
not.
out.
And it was fleshed out, and as for me, who had when I watched the G1 movie because it was in a Swedish dub in Swedish, so I did. No, what was it? A Swedish sub? I don't actually remember how it was, but I just sub or dub. But it actually made I actually did not understand so well till now that I'm actually understand English much better. But yeah, the games actually just fleshed out it so well, in my opinion. That's why I love War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Also, I heard rumors they might be remaking them.
I would love that.
I think they might be, but
Yeah.
on
It's just a rumor, but which I read some gaming magazine. I don't remember which one.
And as we're
still.
talking about favorite Transformers, my one's the actual little fucking smart one. I love him.
Oh, Brain.
They call him the little Energizer Bunny from hell. I love him.
Oh, yeah.
As we're on the subject of,
He's the one that was humping Megan Fox's leg.
aye.
I know
Yeah.
what you talk about,
guys,
but
He was
They
my
sound like
favorite.
blast-
He was my favorite.
Right, so as we were on the subject of what Raven says about Bumblebee, do you know Bumblebee is actually
he's
special
Finnish.
and not like not like the rest of the Autobots?
yeah, it's because he's a newer generation, so he has integrated those weapons that. I actually watched it. Actually, funny thing is that I actually just on the weekend I actually watched a YouTube video about this.
Well, if you guys want
YouTube sword.
if you want a couple of good YouTube channels that'll give you a lot of history and lore of the Transformers throughout Generation 1 and a lot of Chris McFeely and Rodimus Primal.
The Rodimus Primal. I've seen a few of his ones.
He
but no,
is fantastic.
Chronicus, I remind you, so send me links later.
I will.
Luna is Finnish.
He's-
Okay, now it's your turn.
My turn? Ooh. I tell
No,
you
no,
what.
Smoke's turn. Smoke's turn because I've been talking top of Smoke. It's my
Good
chance to talk top of you because you have been talking top of me for a while.
Uh, no, I say mine
Scottish
as I
versus
say,
Finnish.
mine was jazz and fucking jazz. Said jazz and Barricade.
Barricade was cool.
I love. I did like Barricade.
They did Barricade good
Who
in
was the
movies.
police car?
Hmm?
Who was the police car?
Barricade.
In the movies, in the show, he was one of the Combaticons, if I remember right. I think he was the
No,
Jeep.
I was just talking about in the film. I've never watched it.
In the film, the police car's Barricade. He's the only Transformer. He's the only Decepticon that gets killed and comes back in the next two movies because he gets done a fucking Bumblebee, and then in the next two movies he's back. But I know Barricade's fucking amazing.
Right, he was a G1 Micromaster.
And who doesn't love the Scottish one in the second one?
Oh, the Wreckers. The
John,
fucking.
John Goodman plays the voice.
I think so, but the Wreckers are fucking immense as well. The Wreckers are
The
good.
Wreckers are like they're a canon. They were mentioned in G1. They were in fucking IDW series. They were in Transformers. And the Wreckers are a ragtag group of fucking specialized fucking motherfuckers.
Demolition fucking experts.
They are
high
specialized in
explosives.
demolition and destruction.
It's the exact same. It's
And
the exact
wreck-
same as what-
That's how they got the
It's why-
nickname, the Wreckers.
It's why I love Ironhide, because Ironhide did have a choice to become a wrecker, but said no, and chose to stay with Optimus. And it's just Ironhide's amazing.
Ironhide's boss, man. Bro.
Also, sorry, I need to correct for Luna. I'm from Finland, not Swedish. Don't make that mistake. Please, don't make that. God damn it. That's insults for me. I'm not for I'm better than Sweden.
Don't worry.
They're
He
better.
did. Don't worry. Relax. He didn't mean nothing by it.
I know.
He's American.
I'm just throwing us.
He's American. To him, it's all the same.
Yeah, goddamn Americans. Also, I hope you're. Also, I'm sorry if your election goes to the shit. I'm sorry about that.
Oh man, look, at this point, if you vote him in, it's your problem, not mine.
Well, not mine, but we know world will go to dumb shit.
Well,
not dumb shit, dumpster fire. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
dumpster fire.
Moving on to that, to one of the points that you missed, that you jumped over, what anime now versus anime back in the day, how it's changed and shit.
Oh well, I mean, I can attest to that by saying two shows in comparison back in the day and to what they are now, or to not what they are now, but to anime now. Akira, for one of the fucking the fucking daddies of anime. Fucking you had the blood, the violence, fucking you had the amazing story. It gave this the Akira motorcycle slide. Fucking you don't, most times these days you don't get the story like that. Or I mean, I could even take fucking Robotech or fucking Gundam, the OG Gundam. Like man, the OG Gundam was literally dealing with teenagers who are forced to go to war and were constantly dealing with the PTSD of having to kill people.
But that's where it's for me that way. I'm sure Clown will hang with us as well. The old style Dragon Ball, old style Dragon Ball Z. That way, when you were like the main side.
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is kind of where you started to see the change to the new kind of style of that.
No, but you like to do a newer style. But what I'm meaning is like that way back then, right? Anime that way, as I was saying, back then, one of the biggest but one of the biggest fight scenes, right? The first time Goku goes the legendary Super Saiyan, he's cut to fuck. You see the blood Frieza's all cut to fuck as well. That way you see the blood coming out, purple blood coming out his mouth. You see everything that way. You see him pretty much chopped in half and shit at certain points, right? In the newer, later animations, you're right, you see them all beaten and shit. It isn't that way, but you don't see the blood like dripping the way it used to.
Well, that's
And
because
then-
people are
and
right
then-
now able to look at that stuff again, like they were back in the early '80s, mid '80s. Like, man, I was a
And
kid when Akira came
now-
out, and I watched that shit with my cousin. And dude, when dude did the fucking and fucking oh man, fuck, Christ, and just in the gunfight alone, watching that animated fucking like,
But
like in the
that as well,
beginning.
right? Aye, but then again, right, you've got to hint, right? You take that, right? That over here, if that was to get, as we're talking about the anime and shit, right? Things that hang with the guns and all that, over in Japan, you'll actually get to see the scenes where the guns and all that way the people smoking in the with the anime, but when it gets changed and put over here, all that stuff's taken out. Take the one of the ones for Pokemon, the Taurus, or the when he goes into Ash goes into Safari Zone or whatever it is, the guy's holding a gun, a revolver, up to Ash and Ash, Brock and Misty, but in the in our translation, when it came over to us and all that,
Hellsing was
and then
crazy good.
they take the gun out and it's just them pointing
Right?
at Ash.
Like, you don't get much more hyper-violent anime than fucking Akira. I don't give a shit what you say.
Demon Slayer's pretty violent.
Yeah, it is. But have you gone back and watched Akira? Like, it's even violent for today's fucking standards, man.
A
Like-
berserk, like Sephi said.
Yeah, like Akira is like
Ugh.
it brought in like okay, like if Akira and they've said it, CD Projekt Red, their main fucking inspiration for whatever the fuck their city is called in that fucking
Night Tokyo, Night City.
yeah, Night City, it's based off New Tokyo in Akira. Like the bikes that if you look at the fucking vehicles that they drive in fucking Cyberpunk and shit like that, and you look at Akira and man, the Matrix, the Wachowski brothers have even said that Akira was a huge fucking the way it was shot, like I mean, Goblin Slayer is not for the weak. Oh
Goblin
yeah.
Slayer's good.
Guyver, oh my fuck, I loved Guyver. Guyver was fucking amazing. Fucking there was oh, dude, do you remember the original Ultraman
Mhm.
from way back
Yeah,
in the day?
Goblin Slayer is not
They
for weak
they
either.
changed it a lot
At
for
least
the
for manga.
American thing to make it almost like Godzilla. But in the Japanese version, when Ultraman transformed, he did the American. They just showed him go from a little dude to the big guy. All right. In the Japanese version, if you actually see, it was Sephi. With Ultraman, if you actually watch the Japanese versions, like when he goes and does the change, it's like for a second he always did like a kind of a painful thing because Ultraman was like replacing him, man. He wasn't just changing into Ultraman. Ultraman was actually replacing him.
It's again as well. Right, we can sit and talk and all that way. What about your thoughts, Cloud? What have you noticed different for a lot of your the stuff
no.
that you've watched? Not
I love where anime is going.
I think it's going
I
back
love-
to
yeah,
its olden days, man.
I love the fact that it used to be drawn. Yes, okay. But the enhance in the fact of when you watch animes for certain reasons, if graphics are enhancing your experience, then surely new anime wins.
no, that's
So when it comes down to the fact of watching old Dragon Ball to now watching Dragon Ball Super, yes, I love Dragon Ball, but watching the detail in the fights now, because it's now done graphically on a computer.
that's what I'm
Watching, but that was what I was just about to ask Chronic. If they took Akira from what it was back then and remade it with the technology to exactly what you've watched it,
One for
and
one
just
remake.
remastered the whole series in the new anime style,
The whole
would
movie
you
in the new.
still be sitting there complaining?
No, I
I
wouldn't
won't
be.
talk about story writing, etc.,
No,
but
no. If
just
they did an
where
exact,
anime is
if they took the voice track, didn't change it, and did a one for one fucking remake into a fucking full goddamn fucking like digital. We've redone Akira in an all new
yeah,
digital format. All new. Everything is exactly the fucking same. Like there's no, you know, that you could put up a fucking the old Akira and the new Akira. It's just better. It just looks better. That's all it is. It's just a better look. The old look
yeah.
made into the fuck man. I'd fucking watch the shit out of that.
And that's what I mean.
I'd
I
probably watch
love
it just like I
watching
did
new.
fucking Deadpool and Wolverine in
How
the
long?
first 3 weeks 17 times.
How long has Demon Slayer been out for?
A few years.
Wow now.
I would not. It's not 10 years, maybe 5
No.
or less.
I'd say maybe
Okay, so,
five.
so that's my point. So
check.
I'm taking that. The anime still has swearing in it. It still has gore in it. It still has epic fight scenes.
No, it is. No, it's coming back to
Creativity.
that.
But yeah, the funny thing is that I did watch the first season of anime,
So Demon Slayer,
the Demon Slayer.
was released in 2019.
Original
Yeah.
run February 15th, 2016 to May 18th, 2020.
But yeah, it's a good, but I would say I liked manga better.
The Demon Slayer manga is good. I'll give you that. But
And I find it that people are like, I was like, anime just comes out when I just finished the
Although,
manga. I'm like,
You want to hear an
I'm
anime
like,
that I was surprised that I liked? I'm sorry to cut you off, Raven, and you can
no,
go on.
not anymore. I just said what I was saying, so no worries.
I do apologize. I
No
just, you know me, chaotic mind. When stuff pops in my head,
Yeah, you're chaotic, yeah.
you know,
But you know, I
you
will
wanna
kick your
hear-
ass at some point.
Right? Somebody's gonna slap me. But I got a surprise. I sat down a while back and something popped up in my you know, what I watch, and it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I must
put
put here for a little bit. First thing when my friends showed me JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, do you guess what was my first thing at that I thought this anime was?
What?
Yaoi. It so looks so kind of yaoi kind of thing because mans are so muscular and so on.
Yeah.
I had not so used to have, and I was like, excuse me, what?
Yep, but I was surprisingly, you know, this, you know, the later seasons were just rehashes of the original, and it just kept going down the line. But I mean, the first couple of seasons I enjoyed, I have to say. The rest I just kind of watched for the sake of finishing it. But I kind of enjoyed it. But where are we? Where are we on
Hour and a half.
already?
Don't get me wrong as well. That way, Demon Slayer, when we're talking about the new animation style, the fight scenes in Demon Slayer are fucking beautiful. They are amazing.
Not just Demon, but that's my point.
Not just Demon Slayer, but as we've been watching as well, Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War, the fight scenes in that.
Yes, Seffi. Yes, JoJo does remind me of that time in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when it's but I knew you'd do that. So when we went back in time to do that with the keys, we set up this. And we set up the gun, and we set up the sandbags. So yeah, and then he shoots the gun, and it's like poof, Wild Stallions pops out of the gun, and the sandbags are like nothing in them and stuff like that, and they just hop up all right and everything, and yeah, Uh, yeah, that is kind of what JoJo is like. Yeah.
I didn't really like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then as well the live action just made it even worse.
JoJo has a live action.
Mm-hmm.
That information that I did not want to know.
That is information that now that I actually know it, it's like when you come up on a car accident. You don't
think
really want to
on
look, but you kind of really want to look.
I know. I'm feeling exactly the same at the moment. I like, yeah, thank you ruining my adulthood. Thank you.
Because it's the same thingy that way. Like, I love Death Note, but they done it dirty with the live action.
But yeah, it's live
I agree-
actions
I
for
agree with
anime
Mark.
are actually double-edged sword in some cases, which is kind
Everything.
of
Oh my
it's
gosh.
There the thing, Seth, right? When we do talk about
found it.
the worst live
God.
action, the worst live action was Dragon Ball.
Mr. Mumble, thank you so much. I'm sorry I was late. Thank you so much for the subscription to the YouTube. I appreciate that. But guys, this might get me in trouble, but I don't care. If you're watching the stream right now, I good God, an amazing adaptation. Oh God, oh my God, the hair. Sweet Nano, oh my.
それは形ある超能力。
scared.
これは一人のスタンド使いの高校生の物語。なんだよ。
Oh my God, Jesus.
その変な頭は。ああ、今なんつった。東方丈介。破壊されたものを治癒、再生する能力を持つ。え？
ジョジョ先輩、今日の髪型も決まってるし。
昨日転校してきた広瀬光一。いじ
Oh my God, this is I can't even finish. I just can't. I tried. I tried. I wish I had never done that.
Now I have to grab my brain. Yeah, Genshin? No. Yeah, no. Was Genshin that samurai that uses the back of the sword so he would not kill? Was that Genshin?
My brain fucking hurts from watching what I just watched.
Yeah. Ronin Kenshin. Yeah. Don't worry, I know what you mean, Sophie, and I actually hope what you mean. I'm like, is it that series or is it something else that I'm remembering? And it's like, my memory is like, heck, I remember something, but you're not sure if I'm remembering right.
Well, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry for making anybody who watched that little bit of crap watch that. But at least we've shared trauma together.
Yeah. Screw you, Chronix. Screw you. But yeah. But yeah, it's some live actions actually do have that.
Yeah, there's been a couple of good live action, but
Yeah,
I mean,
they have potential in their own right, but still there are
Dragon Ball
that.
live action. Thoughts?
Yeah,
Said that.
I would not talk about that. Let's not talk
One,
about that.
one that I'm are glad that the only reason I'm glad for it is that they're doing it justice is because Oda is working with them as the One Piece live action, and if like, he's having to, if you don't want to go and watch like 1,000 episodes to watch it that way, I would recommend you to go and watch the live action of One Piece.
I'm sorry, Luna. I owe everyone an apology, so I apologize.
What's the what are we? What's the hang? You know, what are we doing?
Well, I think that that's probably a nice little area to probably wrap things up.
Yeah, so we can go wash our brains for that shit.
Yeah,
that we said.
I literally need to put bleach into my ear and drain it out my sinuses. God, worst of it is, because of the way I monitor my stream, I'm currently watching it for a second fucking time.
As they say, karma is a bitch.
Yeah, it is. Probably one of the most painful things I've ever watched in my life. Before we go, Queen has a question for Clown though, and I think it's a pretty good one. Who do you think could play Goku and Vegeta in a live action, in a real proper live action? Well, that's who they would probably hire, but let's who would you actually want to see?
No one. I wouldn't want a live action. That's why I shook my head when you said about Dragon Ball being live action.
I know what they did do it once. I don't know about Vegeta and
You make me a full CGI version of it, then cool, but no one to no.
well, if that's the
Yeah,
case, can we get The Rock to voice Goku and John Cena to rock Vegeta to do Vegeta?
I think, see, to be honest, I think a live action style of Dragon Ball would be like Sean Schemato and Chris Sabat just playing Goku and Vegeta. I think that would be just funny as fuck for some reason. Even though that is just what Dragon Ball is, but a live version of that I think would be funny.
Just let them be the voices for a full-on CGI version of it.
Well, even at that would be good as well.
Yeah, actually, Donnie Yen, I think a younger Donnie Yen would have been a great Goku, just because of his attitude with everything. Tony Jaa would be a amazing Vegeta, just because of his seriousness on how
Jackie Chan has to be Master Roshi.
Right, Jackie Chan has to be Master Roshi.
Right, because that's who fucking he's based on.
Do you know actually? To be honest with you, look him up now in a bit. I don't know his name, but who? Oh fuck! There's a new. Okay, you guys know the game, Yakuza, Like a Dragon, or Like a Dragon Yakuza. So
yeah, I know. I actually love that game.
Right. So they just put that onto a Netflix series.
No, is it Yakuza on not Netflix on
Prime?
Yeah, Prime. Yeah.
Um,
I must say, actually, I love the Yakuza game.
It was
sorry, a
pretty
little
good.
bit off topic. Yeah, I actually have all the Yakuza games at the moment.
Let's see.
I'm not letting them go.
Oh, you're awfully quiet then.
Ryoma. Okay, Ryoma Takaguchi. He plays Kazuma Kiryu, who becomes Dragon. I think that he would actually play a pretty good fucking Goku. I actually think that he would. He's got the martial arts ability to actually pull it off and shit, and he's an alright decent little actor in that fucking show. So the actor playing, and I think that the guy who stars opposite him as his fucking little brother, so to speak, would make a really good Vegeta, actually. those two actors, I'd have to look up both of them again, but I believe that the two of them would do a pretty good job. They both have the fighting ability, the acting fighting ability at least, and they look good on screen fighting each other. I think that the two of them would fucking be very, very good with, especially if you put on like Jackie Chan as Master Roshi, even Jet Li as Master Roshi.
Nah.
Yep. And then when you realise how fucking disappointed you really are because of all the scenes that we've grown up watching and they cannot perform them abilities, we're going to be still here going, well, that was a shit show.
Well, fucking dude can't make magic, but Doctor Strange makes lots of fucking magic.
Aye, right.
Disney is not Dragon Ball.
No, but I would love to see fucking Disney get their hands on the rights to it. To be honest with you, as long as they put someone proper at the helm.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Nope. You can
Right. So Disney, who are now ruining not only Marvel for me, but Star Wars for you, and you're going, yeah, let them make Dragon Ball as well.
Hey, look, Dave Filoni didn't have shit to do with the last fucking Star Wars series. I'm looking forward to what Dave Filoni has to do with the fucking the new Mandalorian movie, and a couple other series.
Right, but see the fact that you just says that about fucking Disney owning Dragon Ball, you can fucking leave right now, because that is never going to happen. It is never fucking would happen. It's the exact same as that way. If Disney
pushing buttons.
If Disney starts to own anime and manga are going to end up fucked.
Well, wrong in that.
Here's one for you, Aaron. Live action of Bleach.
Well, he's acting better than when I said last week I was going to try and fuck a dragon. I'm still fucking with you, man. I'm still pushing buttons. That's it. I actually don't want to see Disney fucking... Come on, man. You know me better than that. Although my bird may try to fuck a dragon. Just saying.
Don't start with the fucking with the Dragon Ball shit, right? But
I'm going to collect the Dragon Balls, and I'm going to try and seduce...
Shenmue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Well, let's just say Chronic is no longer in the game because...
Let's just say, y'all better make your wish before I do.
Yeah. Shenron's going to come out. Shenron's going to come out. He's going to see Chronic, and he's just going to go, your wish has been granted, and you're just going to see Chronic disappear. And then Shenron disappear, and that's the wish.
Everyone's like, where did he go?
But back to the question, Bleach.
Yeah, I couldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you anyone that I would. Once again, it's not something that I would say needs a live action. The way it is animated is done so well. I feel like the same with Dragon Ball. When something works so well for so long, why would you change the formula? Like, look how far people fell off when Dragon Ball Evolution came out, and then Dragon Ball were like, shit, we now need something big to bring people back. Because they realised you've done something for 20 years and kept an audience and built even a bigger one, and then you tried something, it didn't work. Why? Because it's never going to be the same.
I'm going to need to roll charisma and constitution.
I think that's how, as you say as well, though, a lot of these live actions don't work because of the fact that the original creator of what the manga and the original creator of what the manga.
No, it's just, I feel like it's not just that, it's just my hope is been torn away. We've all read, or I feel like we've all read Harry Potter. So if you've read Harry Potter and then gone and watched the films, you are let down by them films. Regardless how multi-millions they've sold and how big they were in the cinemas every Christmas, they were wrong.
Yeah. And now they're actually making the books as series now.
Oh, Yeah,
Mm.
HBO, and they're gonna fucking ruin it just as much as Warner Brothers did. So
I'm
for
actually
me,
going. I'm
leave
actually
it
kind
as
of
the book.
giving a little chance, but I'm still kind of
Hey, man.
skeptic.
Look,
because
sometimes
everything
the live action makes the stuff actually comes out really fucking good.
Right.
I
Now,
just
I'm
want to
telling
name
you now,
Fallout.
this is literally just a PR stunt.
and this
Something
is
is happening, and
the
Harry
what-
Potter is not making the money it used to, and people are starting to find other things. This series is just to relight that fire again.
We're
until
going
the cost-
bankrupt, Harry.
until the cost
No, they
child-
should have carried on. No, what they should have done is not piss off fucking Johnny Depp and then fucking get rid of him, because I was fucking loving Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
I think the big one reason that it was that
Ezra Miller.
no that big woman.
Oh, Ezra Miller needed to do one a long time before, but at least in this one, he played the little runt that he actually looks like. He's
What
never.
Raven's talking about is the Johnny Depp situation with Amber Heard.
Hmm,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what fucked
So
the-
if that, I think one reason was that Amber Heard was
Disney
quite-
did the same, and they're lucky he's gone back to them to redo Pirates, because he knows they didn't have Pirates of the Caribbean without him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So they actually have to give really tempting offer to him, so he would actually come back.
But that
Did they ever give him his alpacas? He asked
Yeah.
for, I think it
On
was
that
$50
note-
million
on that note,
and a pack of alpacas.
But on that note, I think that is where we will be ending.
All right, that seems. Well, I mean, we could talk more about the dragon encounters.
Nope.
I mean, I'm down. I'm down, man. I'm down.
Get on the knees, boy.
This is where I just need Red's fist to come
Uh,
straight in from the side.
She's asleep. You're all fucked.
At that clown, Joy, do the honors.
No, I
Um,
welcome us all in. You don't get to.
Ah,
all right, boys. This has been a blast as always. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for dropping by the stream. We're all very proud that you come by and hang out with us each week. I know my man to the right, Smoke, the guy down below, Clown, and the guy in the corner, fucking Raven. We're all happy, absolutely fantastically over the moon that you guys choose to come and hang out with us for almost 2 hours once a week. And we'll see you about the same time next week. Until then, I'm Chronic.
Smoke.
He's
I'm
Clown.
Clown.
And down
I'm
here,
Raven.
we're out. Good night.
Good night,
Peace.
and stay safe.